What's up, guys? Time for a little bowling trivia.
In the early 2000s, the Nickelodeon GAS channel was a safe haven for 90s nostalgia. It refused to let those things go. And I am really grateful for that because it was the only way I got to experience gems like Legends of the Hidden Temple and Double Dare. It was a wonderful, timeless place where people didn't have to worry about anything and they could just throw gack at each other. Quick side note fun fact, but the term gack that Nickelodeon used for their slime for a while, that is actually a street term for heroin, so that's nice. But anyway, today we are going to be revisiting some of these shows, starting with my personal favorite, Figure It Out.
Hello everyone and welcome to Figure It Out. Thank you so much for that rounding roaring roar of applause. Rounding roaring roar of applause.
And we're not off to the best start.
That's how you say it, right? All right, hi panelists, how you doing? Danny, wake up. Hello.
Oh, I gave myself a bad case of hat head. Bedhead.
Bedhead, you better be...
So we're like 10 seconds in and we've already got everyone stumbling around on their lines like crazy.
All right here is what you need to figure out about Liesl on Billy the Answer Head.
So basically what happens on this show is they bring in someone with a random hidden talent and then these 4 panelists try to guess and then the answer shows up on Billy the Answer Head.
Billy the Answer Head.
If the kid they bring on stumps the panelist, then they always have the opportunity to win like a badass trip to somewhere cool, and some insanely fast-talking guy just kind of shouts over it, and everyone just gets all excited.
Right about Air Jamaica soaring to new heights with daily non-stop flights, incomparable in-flight service, convenient scheduling, and warm Jamaican hospitality.
But the only problem is, most of the time, the kids didn't win the big prize, so then the fast-talking guy has to make like a backpack sound all exciting.
It's the official Figure It Out backpack. It can carry your books, your lunch, even your small dog.
Official Figure It Out backpack? Hell yeah. You know, the thing is, that backpack is somewhere right now out in the world doing something. In fact, if you look closely enough at that flossing backpack kid, you'll notice that he is currently in possession of a Nickelodeon Figure It Out backpack.
Kevin, we're going to start off with you. Just because you look ready. That's the reason why, all right? Remember, the clues in the charade brigade will be coming in and out.
Wait a minute, who the hell's this guy? This guy does not look like he belongs in this scene at all. So next, they toss 1 minute on the clock, and then these guys just start asking yes or no questions to try to figure it out.
Is it an invention? No.
Danny.
Is it a collection of some sort?
No.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Nickelodeon game show if it didn't involve someone getting slimed. So they always had like a secret action or word that would activate slime.
Jay, please tell us what the secret slime action is.
The secret slime action is having your name in lights.
Okay.
So you might be thinking, having your name in lights, what the hell is that supposed to mean? How is someone supposed to activate that? They literally just flicked the light on his name. Like, he had no control over that happening at all. And then they roast the poor kid and keep showing replays.
It's a big day for you. All right, let's check it out again on replay, courtesy of the Slime Cam. And it almost missed you, but fortunately you leaned back into it. Leaned back in. Thank you so much, because it made it so much better for everybody else.
Wow, he actually kind of looks pretty pissed about it. You know, I would be too, though. It's bullshit. They sabotaged him. I bet he's still thinking about this, and he's like probably in his mid-30s now.
They figured it out. She plays giant Japanese drums. It's amazing, and we're all going to get a chance to see it and hear it.
This is the face you make when you could have gone to Jamaica, but instead you walk away with a backpack and a bike and a gift card for a couple $100 at Toys R Us. Okay, that's a good one. Now this was the show that everyone wanted to be a part of when they were younger. I had always wanted to know what it would be like to climb the aggro crag.
Now during their climb, they must light up each of 7 targets located on their side of the crag.
So on this show, 3 kids would compete against each other in different obstacle course type things, but what made this show extra memorable was the insanely over-the-top announcer.
Here's a look at Crafty Chris Cessna taking a shot and bang! Down the tube slide! Go ahead, take a dive!
You know, this show was of very high quality and a lot of it looked really fun, but there was also some of these things I don't think they really tested out ahead of time. They're like, hey, let's dangle these kids on a string over water and like blast them with jets and then give them a paddle.
Use his arm, he must use the paddle and pull himself across. He's just touching the top of the water.
Get set.
All right.
Holy shit, what the hell? Never mind. That other kid was just terrible at this, I guess.
It's called Guinness. It could be a world record, folks.
Yeah, the world record for string dangle paddleboard invisible boat jet game. Jeez, both of the guys sucked and the girl kicked their asses, and this is the 90s, so you'd still get made fun of for that. Now, as I said before, the best event here was the aggro crag. It was this weird, like, rock type thing that you had to climb and press buttons. It looked really cool. And I guess enough people agreed to the point where they brought it back for some sort of Mountain Dew event in 2016.
Looks like Laura the Brute is in the lead at this point. Laura the Brute today is in her lucky brute day.
Wow, this guy really loves referring to her as Laura the Brute. I mean, brute literally translates to a savagely violent person or animal. So Laura the Brute finishes first, and this guy's just still struggling to get to the top. But there's an unexpected twist ending because this man ended up going on to become rock climber Alex Honnold. And finally, they have the closing ceremonies where all three of them get a medal, and then they give the first place person a like fucking massive block or whatever the hell that, a giant green hunk. That's what you win. You don't get a trip to Jamaica. I wonder where all these green chunks went for the people who won this show. Are they just scattered in a wasteland somewhere like all the copies of E.T. that no one wanted? Or maybe I'm wrong and people that won treasure them to this day. I don't know. What do you guys think? What Nickelodeon GAS shows did you want to be on? Which ones should I have mentioned that I didn't mention? Let me hear it in the comments. Also, before I go, I'd like to thank everyone for watching and subscribing, and let me know what type of videos you'd like to see more or less of.
Hi, I'm Kerry Kills of the New Jersey Nets, and you're watching Nick Gas, Games and Sports for Kids.